kept the crowd on mute in that one.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Freak in at point guard. Mirotic out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Noah. And it's Butler in at the 2 spot. Now, here's Thomas. Really struggled in the loss against New Orleans. That drops.
A strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Here's Freak.
Move the ball.
And he jams it with authority. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
My goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk.
The free throw off from Freak. On defense, Chicago. In the corner, Crowder with it. Mirotic grabs the miss. Here's Chicago. Now we'll go to DB, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brad Stevens. Doris?
And Kevin, I asked him what he thought would be a key factor for them coming into this game. And he said, well, our length and shot blocking should help. It gives offenses something to think about when they come inside the lane. And oftentimes, that tentativeness can be a game changer. Guys, every team in the league wants that interior presence, and he just explained one big reason why.
Thanks, Doris. And as Doris provided the details, guys, the way they plan to attack defense. Will be key early on, won't it?
Absolutely. And if that's the strategy, they've got to be full of energy. Full intensity right off the bat.
And that's a real successful defense when you talk about intensity. I mean, you can't go halfway.
Now here's Freak after Jared Sullinger's miss. Freak with it. It's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. And a miss there on the triple. Well, it was the Boston Celtics, their last game, a loss to New Orleans.
And that was one of the few times that you'll see a team just lack fight defensively. And losing that game.
Yeah, and I know their fans may not want to hear it, but the reality and the truth is the defensive end of the floor was not what it needed to be in terms of effort. You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
No coverage that time. Butler's got himself on the board with 3 there.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Thomas got a piece of it. And here we go, the Bulls fast break.
Whoa! Goodness. Woo. Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Celtics trail by 11. Stolen by Tucker. And another fast break for Chicago. Bulls running. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Here's Thomas. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Jamison, a screen. Thomas dishes to Bradley. Back to Thomas. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And both free throws good for Thomas.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Now here's Freak. He's got 10. Shot from 12. And he connects with the jumper. Freak's got 12 in the game.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
Now here's Jamison. Lets it go from deep. And Thomas is good for 3. He's got 5.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there? Because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
And there's the pass to Freak. Here's Mirotic. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Thomas. 5 points in the game. Jamison with a screen on Butler. Stolen by Noah. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Freak kicks to Mirotic. And here's Freak from past the arc. Goes back up. And that one's good by Noah. Noah's got his first basket of the night.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
Great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
And Thomas, here we go. And stolen by Mirotic. Here's Freak. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Talk about some great numbers for Freak. He's already up to 12 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
I love the rhythm his outside stroke has produced today.
Jordan, he's checked in for Sullinger. Here's Crowder. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Now here's Freak. D right on him. And that one's good. Freak's got 15.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
The feed to Jamison. Jordan the screen. Mirotic against Jamison. Shot clock at 6. Nice ball movement by Boston. He kicks it to Crowder for the 3. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Walking with legends here, guys. Look at some outstanding seasons, decades apart, averaging a triple-double in each game over the course of an entire NBA season. Oscar Robertson's 1961-62 season was something to marvel at. And now, in our current era, a special player making his own mark on the NBA with the tremendous play he's been showing us all season long.
And that's still one of the most hallowed achievements in NBA history. I mean, we're talking about the Big O averaging a triple-double over the course of an entire season. I mean, to think we have another player with a shot to do that, it really speaks to the one-of-a-kind season he's having. This is the stuff of legends.
And he sinks the second. The Bulls leading by 10. Freak passes to Butler. A baseline J. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noah.
And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Freak. He's averaging 55 points, 12 assists, and almost 5 steals. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy. All elements working together. The game is coming easy to him right now.
And let's run down for you the top 3-point shooting point guards in the league this season. Fourth, Freak.
A lot of point guards in the NBA don't get enough credit for how well they shoot the basketball. So give this group their due. Some outstanding long-range shooters.
No doubt about it. And being as accurate from three-point land as these guys are makes them that much more valuable as point guards. Opposing defenses have to worry about their passing and their shooting.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition. Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Launches a three, and that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Chicago making some changes. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Noah. And Derrick Rose. Is subbed in for P.J. Tucker. Five on the clock. And that one's good. Freak.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
Which is the main reason, partner, they're sitting on this big lead. Awesome shooting so far.
Now here is Holiday. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Here's Freak, leading by 12. Rose, good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Adkins, he's covered by Rose. Rose with the block. And slam dunk by Jordan. The Bulls leading by 12. Here's Freak. Again, Chicago.
Oh, terrific move there. I think he may need to check those ankles. He just left the defender on the ground.
That is a highlight and a half, guys, or a highlight plus. Anytime you shake a guy out of his shoes like that, it's going to make the rounds for sure.
And so it's Boston with it, following the basket by Freak. Here's Atkins. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
He can be a matchup nightmare if he can get it in the paint.
Rose dishes to Freak. Misses the three.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case you've got to go elsewhere with over the top of him when he's on. I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number one right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Now here's Freak. He's got 20. Over in the corner, Rose. Now Freak. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And there's Rose on the assist by Freak. Rose has got 5.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Kicks it to Crowder. Down low. And the dunk by Jordan.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch. Here, let's look at the stats for DeAndre Jordan. First in rebounding, first in field goal percentage, and he's an eraser inside, a definite factor defensively, right in that top 5 in blocks per game.
And, you know, just going back real quick to the fact that he rebounds so well, I mean, that's a tremendous feat. He's a monster in the paint.
And the Celtics making a change here. Lights checked in. Now here's Freak. The kick out to Rose. Pass to Portis. Fires from 18. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
Butler kicks to Freak. It's good from long range. Freak's got 23.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Boston with the ball. They trail by 14. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Freak. The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
And it's Butler missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And stolen by Freak. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
So it's Boston now. The Bulls getting the bucket. 6 to shoot. Out to the right wing. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Boston again missing. The Bulls leading by 15. There's 31 seconds left in the first.
Sticking too much.
Oh! Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
Passes it to Wright.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Freak with it. Fires for 3. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there, Greg, and the timing was right on time.
And Celtics head coach Brad Stevens lured away from a...
The only hard part of that decision is leaving a place that you really love for 13 years.
I wonder if Coach Brad Stevens feels like he's out on the floor for the Celtics. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Portis. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And Freak subbed in for Derrick Rose. So for Chicago right now, Freak, he's in at the point. Kevin Serafin is out there with Mirotic. Then there's Dunleavy, and it's Livingston in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Freak. He has 30. And he dunks it down.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers, boy, he was tremendous. He had 61 points, and that was just the start of it, notching a triple-double for his effort in what was quite a display from him. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a roll like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you've got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
Now here's Crowder. He has 5. Ball going up court. And it is flushed down with a nice jam. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays
Man,
up.
you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
Freak kicks to Dunleavy. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Boston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. There's a good screen. And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. But as long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
Jamison, a screen. Pass to Crowder. 6 on the shot clock. Jamison drives in on target from 13 feet. Jamison's got 8 points in the quarter.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Here's Freak. He's got 32. From outside the arc. Good on the shot. Freak's got 35.
You have got to make some kind of a defensive adjustment here. He is just lighting them up from beyond.
Greg, I don't know what else they can do. I mean, even when they've closed out on him, he's still been knocking them down.
And he gets the bucket.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Feeds it to Mirotic. Livingston kicks to Freak. From deep three-point range, and the Bulls another 3.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Shot by Crowder, no good.
You know, they did a good job in the first quarter getting themselves to the line, but here in the second, they've gone away from it.
Yeah, everything's been perimeter-oriented, and you have to be hitting shots to play that way.
Here is Livingston. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And it's blocked.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort. overall. Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Boston with the ball after the Bulls pick up 2. Jamison, a screen. Here's Crowder, and it doesn't even draw iron.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open. Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
The Bulls have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
Jordan, he's checked in for Boston. In transition, here come the Bulls. Freak with the ball. There's the dish to Mirotic. Oh, good with the triple.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Celtics have shot 75% of the stripe, 6 of 8. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line. And that's a must-do when you're down.
The pass to Atkins. There's the 3. And it's Freak with the rebound. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's the Bulls just dominating this one. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, we just witnessed what was an amazing offensive display from this guy in the first half. Where did that scoring explosion come from?
I don't really know. To be honest, I was just looking for a chance to get my shot off, and I just happened to find them over and over in that first half. So, I don't know. I'm sure they'll make some adjustments, but until then, I'm just going to keep attacking.
Well, thank you for your time, Kevin. We'll see what the rest of the league has to say about that.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
Okay, guys, tremendous work in the first half. These fans haven't had a thing to cheer about. Let's talk about how to keep it going. We exposed them in transition. That's the first thing. When we got out and ran, they couldn't hang with us. So keep pushing the ball whenever you get the chance. On the other hand, I was happy with the pressure we put on them with our D and the steals we got out of it. Let's keep that heat on them. And let's try to play the second half at a moderate pace. Not too slow, but not too fast that it turns into a shootout. That's not what we want.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
And guys, as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance.
Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Jay Crowder out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Jamison in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Boston 5. Here's Freak. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Noah. He's getting around 8 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things for the future.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Celtics have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. The Bulls leading by 23. From deep. And good. The 3-point shot good from Freak. Freak's got 42 in the game.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Dishes it to Mirotic. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Mirotic sets the screen for Butler. He feeds it to Freak. Just 5 on the clock. That's good from Mirotic on the assist by Freak. Freak's got assist number 7 for him tonight. The Celtics shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Thomas kicks to Sullinger. Stolen by Tucker. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. There's Freak. Takes it off the glass. Freak's got 44.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And here is Thomas. 10 points for him. And they get it. Misses off the left iron.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Now, Freak. He's got 44. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And it's Chicago scoring again.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Thomas passes to Crowder. In the corner, Bradley with it. Three-pointer. There's the bucket. Good.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Freak with it. He dishes it to Noah. And there's the feed to Freak. Lets it go with the 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
What a great start to the second half. They still haven't missed a field goal.
For Boston, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Thomas, and he converts the layup. Thomas got 4 this quarter.
That's an impressive spin move there, Kevin. I wasn't expecting him to show handles like that.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Noah, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball, resulting in high-quality shots.
Here's Jamison, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's on Joakim Noah.
Look at the night for Jamison. He has 8 points, and he's rejected a shot over the course of the game, too.
And it easily could have been more. He's played an effective game at that end of the floor.
For Boston, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Jamison will be at the line shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. Justin Holiday's checked in for Boston. Chicago also making some changes. Portis comes in for Mirotic, and it's Rose in for Freak. No luck that time either.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Thomas dishes to Sullinger. Jamison, a screen. 6 to shoot. Holiday attacking, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Holiday's got his second bucket of the game to go. Now here's Rose. He's got 7.
Move the ball and stick it to
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Such a strong finisher for a floor general.
He was up high, and he came down hard. Exquisitely done.
That's the uncanny ability he has, to find a teammate for an easy basket or get one himself.
Sullinger, left side. Shot on the wing. It's rebounded by Noah. Chicago making some changes. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Noah. Livingston comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Freak subbed in for Derrick Rose. Sullinger, the screen. Adkins passes to Sullinger. Pulls up. And that's good for 2. He has 6. Chicago has gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Here's Serafin. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
That's good.
Even though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
Well, he's fearless. I mean, there's nothing that concerns him. No matter what the matchup is, he's a guy that doesn't back down. He's beyond being intimidating.
And it's Freak missing.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Kicks to Sullinger. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Sullinger's got 5 points in the quarter. Well, the Bulls shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. There's the pick. Here's Freak.
Move the ball.
Sinks the three-pointer. Freak's got 50 points.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Tipped away. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Sullinger. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. Butler kicks to Freak. Clock at 6. From 11 feet away. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Freak's got 52 points. Boston's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Atkins. Chicago grabs the miss. There's 1:47 left to play in the third. They set the screen. Here's Serafin. It's Chicago with another bucket.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Atkins passes to Sullinger. Jordan the screen. To the paint. Here's Atkins. That's tipped. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Sullinger retained possession. Chicago making some changes. Mirotic comes in for Portis. And it's Dunleavy in for Jimmy Butler. Sullinger against Mirotic. 5 on the clock. There's the triple. Shot is off. And the Bulls going the other way now.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it. And that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
Nice open look, but it's no good.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. For Boston, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game. Crowder, he's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Good on both. There's 39 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Freak. Non-stop scoring machine here. From deep three-point range, Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Atkins. No good with the triple. From deep, it's off. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Bulls out front, opening up a huge gap. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. The Celtics shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Freak, he's in at point guard. P.J. Tucker is out there with Kevin Serafin. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's Dunleavy in at the 3 slot. Left side, Bradley. Snatched away. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
My fault.
Now here's Wright. He's guarded closely. That's good.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Into the Bulls, shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor. Hitting on all cylinders. There's the screen.
Ball, sticking too much.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Wright. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Freak. Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness. You talk about shedding the defender.
Yeah, left him in a scrap heap and then put the capper on it.
Pass to Bradley for 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Freak's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The 3. Wallace with the rebound.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
And it's blocked. They recover it. They shoot again, and the layup is up and in. And so here is Chicago. And here's Freak. Knocks it loose. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Kicks it out to Bradley. Nice shot from the wing.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Right outside. Got a hand on it. Here's Bellinelli, guarded by Bradley. Freak. Rebounded by Wallace.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Now, Freak. Off the screen.
Oh! That athlete.
Yeah. Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks.
I tell
there.
you what, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that one again.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Some changes for Boston. Justin Holiday comes in for Avery Bradley. And Thomas subbed in for Wright. Portis, he's checked in for Chicago.
Timeout. Start it. They can't guard us on the perimeter. They spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. Thomas goes in, and so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Shot clock at 3. Leans from outside. The shot by Holiday, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Freak with it. No good from outside. Thomas dishes to Holiday. Poke loose. Tough call. Guarded by Tucker. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. This one for three, and that one's good.
Wow. What can you say?
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Topcar. Boston, no good that time either. The Bulls have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Near the three-point line, it's Dunleavy. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Well, the Celtics shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Ball stolen, and he's got a 5-by-5.
Another bucket added to the lead. They've been the better team in every facet.
And in my opinion, you get extra bonus points, extra eye of the beholder points when you do it the way they're doing it on the road. That's special.
Thomas, they get it back. Shot to stop the drought, and he gets the bucket. For Chicago, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Passes it to Ford. He kicks it to Freak. Here's Dunleavy. Wallace covering from deep. And it's Freak missing. Now here is Holiday. Here's Thomas. And that one's good. Thomas got 4 this quarter.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Dunleavy kicks to Freak. Portis, the pass to Bellinelli. Here's Freak. The three-pointer, no good.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Outside Thomas, 5 to shoot. From 18 feet away. That one off the back iron and out.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And Justin Holiday picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker, and it's Livingston in for Bellinelli. Here's Chase.
Boston foul called. Shandor. That's his second personal foul.
Here's Chicago. They're on a 12-4 run. Livingston dishes to Freak. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to Thomas. Here's Tofkar, and no good. Trying to use the glass. For Chicago, they've gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Outside Thomas. Plenty of space. And he hits the jump shot.
Shandor!
Well, the Bulls shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%.
Isaiah Thomas.
Noah the screen, Freak with it. Now Thomas defending, steps back and fires. And it's Freak missing. The Celtics shooting around 40% from the floor here. Puts up a 3. Joakim Noah grabs the miss. Noah's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Noah the screen. Here's Freak. Good on the three-point shot.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
They get it back.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
From deep three-point range, and again, it's the Bulls from deep.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
There's the pick. And here is Thomas. And stolen by Freak. Look at that. And he takes that one up and powers it through. He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'll tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
Noah with a screen on Holiday and a wide open look for Freak. Another 3 for Chicago.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
Boston making some changes. Bradley's checked in for Justin Holiday, and it's Wright in for Thomas. And a change for the Bulls. Serafin's checked in. It's Bradley on the wing. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Well, they need a basket in the worst possible way, and they've got to stop this run, and the only way you do that, you got to score yourself.
The slip thing. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. And right, here we go. Outside Bradley. Bangs home the trifecta. Bradley's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bulls.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Well, Kevin, timing and anticipation, they got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum in this one.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And at key points in this game, they stayed committed to their brand of basketball. That's why they'll be taking the front end of this 3-game season series against the Celtics.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Freak. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Feeds it to Wright. Shot clock at 5. Off the mark from 16 feet out.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
Now here's Freak, guarded closely. Sinks the triple.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure. Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Another one falls for Chicago.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, once again, you filled the box score up. Yet another triple-double. How many more are we going to see this year?
I really don't know if I'm going to get enough. I hope so, because I feel like it helps the team get a win. I know getting big numbers like this is impossible without my teammates, though. Gotta give those dudes a shout out.
Thank you for the time, Kevin. I guess we should hope the guys get the message.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our George Freak. And absolutely astounding in his... And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining.
So